All right, welcome back everyone to Learning Hacks. Before we begin today's video on subtraction, what I'd like to say is please like and subscribe. Share the video if you feel like it. It doesn't take much effort to hit that like button and subscribe, and it really does help the channel grow. It gets the channel out there more, so that'd be very helpful. Also, if you have any other ideas for different skills or different tasks in math standards you'd like to see, please put them down in the comments. The comment section will be really helpful for me to get different video ideas, and it helped me to get stuff that you actually want to get better at. So that'd be very helpful. All right, so today, pretty simple skill. We're going to be working on subtraction. And I have a decent hack, a decent tip when it comes to working with subtraction, and that is how we think about the borrowing. Okay, so as I'm sure you're somewhat familiar with, you need to have the top number in each place value be bigger, okay? If it's not, like say on this one, we're gonna have to borrow, okay? All right, so again, the top number has to be bigger. The top number has to be bigger. So when we're first starting these types of subtraction problems out in my class, I see a lot of mistakes because we don't remember to look to see if that top number is bigger. So what I like to do is I like to take a sticky note, I'll just use my hand in this case, and cover up each column and just walk through it that way. Okay, so right over here is in the ones column that I have, is the 7 bigger than the 4? It is. So I don't need to do anything different, weird. I don't need to borrow, okay? I can just do 7 minus 4. That's pretty easy. 7 minus 4 would be 3. Okay. In this next column, in the tens place, I have 5 minus 3. Well, do I need to borrow anything there? No, I don't. It's just 5 minus 3. The 5 is bigger. The bigger number should be on top. So the answer is 23. Again, pretty straightforward, but you need to pay attention that the top number has to be bigger. Okay, let's take a look at 63 minus 14. All right, so if I look in my ones place here, I'm already seeing that that 3 is smaller than the 4. So I know I'm gonna have to borrow. Okay, what I like to think of is you go to your neighbor and you ask for a tool. Pretend you need some, your lawnmower is broken and you need to borrow theirs, okay? Well, if your lawnmower is broken, you have to go ask your neighbor for their lawnmower, and you have to borrow that one. Okay, so 3, we can't do 3 minus 4. So what we need to do is make this 6 into a 5, okay? And then that 1 that we took, we have to take it for us now. We have to put it back on the ones place, okay? So I borrowed 1 from the 6, I made it a 5, and boom, I slapped it on my 3, and now it's 13. 13 minus 4. 13 minus 4. Well, that would be 9. Okay. Can I do 5 minus 1? I can, because the 5 is bigger than the 1. So that would be 4. The answer is 49. Okay. So again, we had to borrow because the top number was smaller. Let's take a look at this one over here. Okay. Well, I'm going to look at each column and see each place value column. Well, the 5 is bigger than the 3. I won't need to borrow. The 4 is bigger than the 2. I won't need to borrow. And the 3 is just fine. So 5 minus 3 would be 2. 4 minus 2 would be 2. Look at that. Who would have thought? 3 minus 3. You just bring that dude all the way down. Okay? All right. So, see how I'm working my way through each place value, okay? Ones, tens, hundreds. You don't have to put your finger up there every time, but it's helpful if you get stuck. Now, notice how this is pretty neat. I don't have the best handwriting, but things are pretty well lined up. If your teacher tells you to write neater, they mean it. It's helpful. The neater you can write your work, generally speaking, the better you'll be off and you'll be less confused. Okay, let's take a look at 421 minus 113. Okay, well, I'm going to start over here. Can I do 1 minus 3? Nope, I can't, because the 1 is too small. So I'm going to have to borrow from the 2. Okay, and then if I leave the 4 the same, I can do 4 minus 1. Okay, so let's take a look at this one again. Again, we cannot do 1 minus 3. It's too small up there. So I need to borrow from the 2, make it a 1. The 1 that I took away, I'm going to put it back on this number over here. So I borrowed 1, that 2 becomes a 1. I give the 1 that I took back to this 1 over here. So now I have 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3. Well, that would be 8. Okay? And I go to my next column here. 1 minus 1 would be 0. 4 minus 1 would be 3. Boom. And that's how you do it. Okay? Again, you probably can subtract really well without borrowing. It's the borrowing that gets students tripped up. So I would just remind you, go through and look in each column before you start the problem to see if you're going to need to borrow. Okay? All right. Hope this video is helpful. Good luck on our next quiz and worksheet, and you got this. All right? All right. Take it easy.